right, well, it is the Pandemic Talk Show, and our next guest on the program is a stand-up comedian in Chicago. She just put out an album, and she was ready to. I mean, she's taking over the world. She was headlining at Zany's, Laugh Factory, and other places, and was getting ready for big touring stuff. And now she's in her house, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up for Kristen Toomey.
Hi.
There she is. Look at that. That's your photo.
Hi.
There she is.
Hey.
Hi, Kristen.
Hi, guys.
Hello, Toomey. How are you?
I'm good. I have a dog here. Sorry.
Kristen, you as I mentioned, you were on a roll in the sense that you had such great buzz from the album that you put out, and of course all the headlining stuff you're doing. How are you doing now that you are confined to your home?
Well, I'm hungry. Kind of, but I'm trying to stay positive a little bit, but it sucks. This sucks so bad, and it's I keep waiting for it to be a joke, but it's not funny. It's just
there's been a lot of stand-up open mics and others that have gone online and tried to do what we're doing here in other places. Do you like that? Do you like doing stand-up in Zoom?
No, but I did it last night, and it was not that bad, actually.
All right.
It wasn't that bad, except there was a guy that had like a pig mask, and he was doing something weird in the Zoom, so I couldn't look at him while I was doing it.
That's part of the problem, right? Because the idea is people can come to that Zoom and they join the Zoom, and people are doing, I know that Coles is doing that and some others.
Yep, it was Coles last night.
Was it Coles you were doing? So yeah, but the audience is there. I mean, they're staring. It's such a different experience than them being in a club.
I know, they can they can Louis C.K. you.
God forbid.
Which I was hoping for. I got nothing. You
got nothing.
A pig mask. Boring.
So what do you do as a comedian? What are the options for you? I mean, is it to just, you have to learn you have to rewrite how you do things? You have to kind of program yourself to
I have to learn how to read and write. Yes. Gosh, and it's hard. But I don't know what I'm going to do at all. I didn't know I was going to be asked this question. What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
You got real therapeutical here. I'll take it. We could do teleconference therapy if you want.
Yeah, that might be needed. I think I might do another Zoom show, just because I watched the rest of the open mic, the Coles open mic. They just wrote about it in the Reader, and it was, I was skeptical, but it was nice to hear just people talking in that rhythm and trying things out, and still hearing those like fresh ideas was nice.
It's interesting because clubs are thinking about doing that too. You're seeing the Zanies and the places of the world that might be like, okay, we're going to put a Zoom up. We're going to try to do this. How do you feel about that? I mean, do you feel that clubs are going to, at the early part of this, there was talk of that, and you're like, well, make sure you're paying the comics and make sure that everyone's getting money out of this. But how is the relationship in between performers like yourself and club owners?
As far as, no one has asked me to come into a club and do that yet. Maybe people think that I wouldn't be into it or something, or it's just not happening. But I don't know. I think it's a little early to just kind of give up on that. I'm kind of hoping that we'll be able to go back to the clubs, and it won't be the same. I do think we'll have, stricter rules about how you sit in places and things like that. I don't think you'll be packed in like a movie theater.
2 mask minimum.
Two mask minimum.
A 2 mask minimum.
2 mask minimum. That's good.
So how are you coming up with material when you're sheltered in place? Is it, you're a lot of it's the life that you live. I mean, are they just jokes you're coming up with that are about petting the dog?
Well, you know what I've noticed is when you have an imagination and it's a little dark and then you're alone a lot, it gets weird. And I've noticed I develop a lot of weird theories. I can't watch a video without adding more to it,
Right.
like, and I've been watching a lot of live streaming, and I don't understand what is with Brazil and their flag. They love their flag. Have you seen that? On a chat, it'll be like, they always have to say that they're there. It's like they can't believe that they just got a flag. I think they just got it. I don't know. It's very weird. So that's kind of things, just noticing weird things about that, trying to not look at Doom. And that's increasingly hard. When you're trying not to look at Doom all day, there isn't much to look at outside of this room. And so that's funny. I don't know.
I think we lost Justin.
I think Justin's frozen.
Well, I depressed Justin so much he killed himself. Great.
Oh, well,
Let it go. Let it go. What are we doing?
Justin.
Back, sorry.
Justin needed to reflect for a moment.
All right, can you hear me? Everyone back? All right, good. Sorry about that. All right, so my last question for you, Kristen, is for you, you're working on new material. You want to share? You want to workshop some stuff with us? You want to try something? You got any jokes you've been working on? Because we got some comics here. We can tell you if it's good, but we could also you could tell if we're doing all right.
I was liking the
Yeah.
Brazilian stuff. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah, the Brazilian. Did you like the Brazilian?
Yeah, yeah.
I heard the
Big
Brazilian
fan.
flag up to that point, and then my
And-
computer died.
Kristen, no one knows comedy like three old white improv guys.
I know. Thank God you guys are here to mansplain my material today.
No, it's good. It's fine. Keep going.
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking I stopped watching porn a couple years ago because one of the gals looked like she didn't want to be there, and it freaked me out. So now I don't watch porn, but I watch Eckhart Tolle, who's kind of like our Yoda.
Yeah.
And I really am attracted to Eckhart Tolle, but only if I imagine that it's not really him. It's a deep fake. Okay.
I like that.
It's a deep fake. It's
Yeah.
not Eckhart Tolle.
Right.
And it's actually my NSA agent who follows me everywhere. He's watching it right now, actually.
Yeah.
And he loves me. It's kind of like a Homeland thing. It's Homeland meets You Got Mail.
About time.
Perfect. That's perfect. So where can we see?
I mean, once we see how this shakes out, my material's going to change.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Right.
true. Okay, so where do we see you next? You're gonna do you don't have anything set up, but you're gonna do Coles again next Wednesday?
I might. Well, I don't know because they do book it out, and I don't want to take everybody's spot or anyone else's spot. Not everybody's, but it's 25 people. So I mean, if give somebody else a chance. But if they ask me, I'll do it.
Hey, Kristen, is this the Coles in Bucktown or the one in Skokie?
Hey, it's
Logan
COLES.
Square.
COLES, not the one with the cash.
It's Logan Square, not the Coles Cash.
She's right by the Levi's section. She's by the
Yeah,
jockey
okay.
section. Yeah.
Yeah.
TJ
Kristen,
hasn't
where
been
can
west
people
of
find you on- Where
Damon
can they
in a
find you
while.
on social media?
Oh, I'm at Kristen Toomey, KRISTENTOOMEY.
All right. You are the best. You're the best. Kristen
I
Toomey,
love
ladies
you
and
so
gentlemen.
much. You're the
Stand-up
best.
comedian. Yeah, there we
Thank
go.
you. Bye.